what are the things that make people not happy?
Number one is constantly seeking external validation does not make you happy. Number two is being into abusive relationships does not make you happy. Number three is dilution of your identity over a period of time leaves you unhappy because somewhere your core is something else and you're diluted because you want to keep everybody, happy. In that process, you turn unhappy, right?
What do you do when someone's comment or thing is affecting you? How do you emotionally detach it?
Yeah, so firstly, I think you have to put your rational mind on it and think that, why does that person matter to you? Is the person unapologetically in love with you? Is the person, your tribe? So this is how I go about. Always in your life, slice your life like you slice an onion, okay? Now in onion, you see layers, right? Now, out circle of the layer of that onion is all people in your life. It will be your family, your colleagues, your friends ke friends, relatives, cousins, everybody. Now, as you go into the closest of inner circles, you will start narrowing down people. Now, in the last circle of my existence is my tribe. Even if they are going to abuse me, they are going to tell me something negative, they're going to be very critical in what they are saying, they're going to say it because they have my benefit in their heart, okay, at the end of the day. So these be people you are really, really close to, say for example, your parents, your sibling, your niece and nephew, right, your husband, your wife,
very close friends, extremely close friends.
Yeah, maybe one colleague you are very close to, your bestie, your neighbor with whom you're very close to, and on an everyday basis you exchange words, right? Now these people who know you in and out, who have your goodness in their heart, right? So you're, as somebody who follows me is writing, and I think it's from my caption, that your tribe gives you your vibes, okay? So yeah, so other than your tribe, I don't think people and their opinion should count.
Most common appearance related issues that people have to deal with, from their partners or from the people close to them. So what is it?
Yeah. Some of the most common come from the stereotypes that are set in about how you should look and how any person should be looking, okay? And what is that one definition of beauty as given by the society, by media, by popular culture, by television, by comic books, by children television, by theater. So all that form a narrative around this whole idea of physical beauty. And unfortunately, it is all stereotyped, it is all photoshopped, right? So the looks part come from there, okay? The stereotypes come from there. And there's always this expectation that, say, for example, you have to be of a certain height, you have to be of a certain frame, you have to be of a certain, BMI, you have to be of a certain skin, so pimples are not good, for example, or freckles are considered as flaws. Now, we don't even consider that. Hair, for example, yes, hair has to be of a certain type. And in hair, I would say the politics of body hair, rather than going
body hair.
Yeah.
So yeah,
you have to be waxed, if you wear a mini skirt and if your hair on your legs are showing, and if you're a girl, it's a problem. But with a boy wearing shorts with entire hairy legs is not an issue, right?
How do we escape this narrative which has been presented to us ever since we were how practically do we deal with it? What do we do?
I had asked, do you want to limit yourself to how you look, or do you want to grow beyond your body? And personality is always about body, and that only education will bring it home. So number one, education helps. Number two, the most critical factor which helps is exposure to different cultures. So you're saying that, we see only this type, but suppose you travel to US and suddenly you will realize that, oh shit, joking on somebody's body is not, something which is... Here you've grown up in this joke culture. And third and most ideally, if possible, is financial empowerment. The day you start earning, your confidence is different because now you are making money. You're making money means you have something of value, which the society is offering you money for, right? So value that you bring to table is something very different, right? So then you start questioning, you get the power to see, till you are financially dependent, somebody else is making decisions for you. The day you are
Absolutely.
independent, you are taking your own decisions.
What do you want to tell to the men who are listening to this, and what can they do, and how can they influence people around them to see a person in front of them more than their body? What can a man do?
I think men can do a lot, in fact, because the sexual tension between, different beings, I should not say only two genders, there are many, so between different beings, that sexual attraction, of course, the base may be physical, but at the end of the day it is more emotional, okay, the tension, because your wavelength as partners should match, your thoughts, should be radical enough to help each other grow. I will not use the word similar thoughts, there can never be similar thoughts, but the openness that two partners help each other grow in their spaces. I think if men start and I think somewhere it's not even male gaze, what should I say, but it's more to do with patriarchy. So the moment we start smashing patriarchy, say for example, the whole selection process that a girl goes through in a arranged marriage scenario, right? Or the expectation of gender roles from a woman in the house, or this bifurcated boundaries where the woman is the caregiver, the nurturer, the sole Annapurna of the house, the person who will only be responsible for the child. I think all this has to smash at certain point in time. And for that, we need thought leaders in this space.